Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Stacy Sims Barber pregame show with your host, Big John and Kinsley, class of 2002. Are you ready for
just
some
turn it on
Tiger
Facebook?
Football now. Let's get started with the show.
I think we do exceptionally well. I mean, compared to ain't nobody else doing what we're doing. And look at ourselves.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the reservation. This is Big John Blackledge, and I'm joined now with Kinsley Keys. Kinsley, it's another Friday night in the reservation, but it's time for some Tiger football.
Oh, man, we fixing to roam this territory. When I tell you, man, I feel it coming.
You're exactly right. The Tigers are 0-3. However, the Tigers have faced some very stiff competition. They've played the Taylorsville Tartars and lost 28-25. If you remember last year, the Tartars won the 2A state championship. Okay, the second week they played West Jones with a very talented defensive end by the name of Byron Young. Now, Mr. Young is committed to the University of Alabama, a very talented defensive end, so that's where he's going to be. Okay, last week they played Collins, and they fell 39-10, so Collins is athletic, and they would have went to the state championship had they been able to get past Taylorsville. Kinsley. South Jones, on the other hand, hasn't played that tough of competition. They played Sumrall. They played Hancock. They played West Harrison. Now, the Braves did beat West Harrison last week, 24-6. However, West Harrison is not exactly the upper echelons of the 5A football classification where you could say, hey, we really beat somebody. Okay, we beat West Harrison. Wow, what a team to beat. It's not like you just beat Hattiesburg. It's not like you just beat Meridian. It's not like you beat Oak Grove. You beat West Harrison.
Right, you're right, John. And that's why I don't, I know just considering the Tigers' record of 0-3, I don't want people to just write them off at the moment because, I mean, they have faced some pretty stiff competition. And so, but I mean, just think about even considering some of those losses, they've been some pretty close losses. I mean, excluding last week. But before that, I mean, we held in pretty good with Taylorsville. And so, and then even with Collins, we kind of, hung in with them. So, I mean, the Tiger team is better than people give them credit for. It's just the competition that they face. So, considering this is still it's early in the schedule, so they're still kind of, I believe Coach Reddick is kind of tweaking things right now to, kind of figure out where his team is, just kind of trying things out at the moment. But when they really get into the second half of the schedule, the meat of the schedule, when it really matters, this is when you're going to really see the Tiger team go into full effect. And, I mean, you're going to see a side that you've never really seen before.
Absolutely. The Tigers are going to be coming out, motivated. This is, a county rival. These guys go to church together with each other. They hang out. They've been knowing each other all their lives. And so this is a rivalry game. And anything can happen in a rival game. It's a big deal here in Jones County, and especially this game, Kinsley. This game goes back all the way to 1965 when the school first opened. And so I'm going to pull up some history here as soon as my laptop will get, open, and as soon as I can get it open, Kinsley. But I'll tell you what, I lost the power button here. I can't find it.
Such a technical device you have there.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. So, but no, Kinsley, the rivalry is one in which it dates back to 1965. The Tigers have a 30-20 advantage on South Jones, so that's pretty good numbers.
It is.
That's really good numbers. There's been several shutouts in this game, but here as of late, the Tigers haven't done so well against South Jones.
Right, and I mean, and give South Jones credit in that department. I mean, they've fielded some better teams in recent years than they have in years past. Back, the days when I was playing. So it's just a different type of team, much better talent than they've fielded in recent years. So I mean, they've fielded a different type of talent.
You're exactly right. So now the Tiger Pride is going to be coming onto the field, and it looks like they're going to be doing sort of a little thing together where they have a little competition together, so we'll see how well it picks up. So I don't know, can you hear how good it's picking up?
Yes, sounds good.
Okay, see how well you can hear the Tiger Pride in the background. Can you?
Oh yeah,
you can hear the Tiger Pride.
Oh, not loud and clear.
Okay, good. So it's good to have you guys listening. The Tiger Pride is about to join the Band of Braves for the national anthem, and so that should be really cool. Okay, it's not working for some reason.
Well, while you're getting that worked out, John, let me just I want to just go ahead and say, considering going into this game, some things that I'm actually looking forward to seeing, and I'm hoping that really happens during this game, and I figured this will be a great time to do it since it didn't happen last week. But I'm really anxious to see the Tigers open up the passing game. I mean, they've been their identities since the first game of this season. They've really been more of a running team. And I really feel like they've really made themselves kind of one-dimensional in a sense because they've run the ball so much. I mean, they have great talent in the backfield, but they also have great talent in the wideout position too. I mean, considering they have Jay Jones and they have Mason Smith. I mean, those are two talented individuals, and they're also difference makers for them as well. So I really would like to see them just open up that dimension of the game because I believe this is an aspect of the game that teams aren't prepared for. I mean, they're used to seeing them run. They're not used to seeing them pass. So when your coaches and they're breaking down the game film, if they're not seeing this, they don't really plan for it. So this is an element of a game that I would really like to see them go to.
And now here's the playing of the national anthem by both school bands. All right, that was a very good idea to have both schools join together in honor of the country in the playing of our national anthem. So we'll take a break and we'll come back and kind of give you the history behind the game. So here is a word from our sponsor.
Hello, everybody. This is Big John reminding you to go out and vote Stacy Sims Barber in November. She's running for Chancery Court Judge, place 4. And she needs our help. So go out and tell everybody to vote Stacy Sims Barber. She says, "Go Tigers" from the class of 91.
All right, and welcome back, everybody. This is Big John coming back to you live from the reservation. Joined with my broadcast buddy and partner and friend and classmate, Kinsley Keys.
Yes, sir.
Are you ready for some football tonight?
Man, I've waited all week for this game.
Me too. I got a little pump today. It's time for some football. Thinking about back when we were in high school, the good times, as they say.
Oh yeah.
And just being able to remember what it's like on these Friday nights. And I tell you, I'm proud to be back here doing this and bringing this for everybody. It's really fun for us, and regardless whether the Tigers are 3-0 or 0-3, we're going to be here supporting them.
Indeed.
But here is a little history of the games. So the game first was played September the 3rd, 1965, on a Friday. The Tigers lost that night, 19-0.
Yeah, way to open up a series, huh?
Opened up a series. The next year, the Tigers would win 6-0. And, let's see, yes. 8-0. My eyes are not as well as they used to be.
It's okay, John. That's what I'm here for.
Last year, the Tigers fell 41-14. So they're on a 3-game losing skid to South Jones. However, this game, things can happen. It doesn't matter what the record or the history of it. The last time the Tigers won was in 2014 in a 28-13 victory over South Jones. So there you have it, 30-20. And here's some other stats for you. This is the biggest, longest streak that Northeast Jones has over any team, winning 30-20, scoring 817 points, has won 20 and scored 582 points, with 0 being tied.
Wow. Well, that says a lot. It's one of the games. South Jones is one of those teams that we actually enjoyed playing. Even actually when I played in high school, they always played us. It came down pretty much. Sometimes came down to the finish in some years, but then again, I remember the year that I played. It was we kind of ran away with the game, but they always play a good game against us, though. And that's one thing that we really admired about South Jones. Like they're a good competitive team. No matter what the score seemed to be, they're gonna play until that final buzzer, Sam. That's one thing about them.
Right. South Jones is a very talented squad, as you have mentioned. We'll see what happens in this one. Kinsley, why don't you give us the starting lineups for the game?
Okay, so we're going to say the best for last. So we're going to start off with the Braves, since we're in the reservation. So on offense, at quarterback, we have John Mitchell. At fullback, we have Vakilian Campbell. At tight end, we have Andrew Howard. And at running back, we have Chad Moses. On down the wide receiver positions is Chad Locklear and Mark Dyers. Along the offensive line, have Nicholas Hutchison, Caleb Busby, Justin Crawford, Austin Breland, Reed Gavin, and also on defense, along the defensive line, we have Kavillian Campbell, the Micaiah Davis, and DeMarcus McGillberry, and Austin Breland. Holding down the linebacker spots is Tegarius Roberts, Andrew Howard, John Mitchell, and Ethan Elsie. And holding down the defensive back spots is Chad Moses, Chad Locklear, and Travis Connor.
Great job.
And for the visiting Northeast Jones Tigers on offense, we have 5'5" McGee at quarterback. At running back, we have Antonio Hayes. Holding down the wide receiver positions, we have Jay Jones, Gisela Morris, and Mason Smith. And at tight end, we have C. Lowry. And also along the offensive line, we have Mr. Moore, Mr. Montgomery, Keegan Davis, and Jackson Flint.
Talking with Jackson Flint's mother, Lindsay Freeman, she said that, they listened to the show. And so, Jackson, I know you're out there on the field getting ready, but when you go back and you listen to the game and listen to this broadcast, here's your shout out. Thanks for listening, Jackson. So that's William Flint, who played with, who graduated with us.
Indeed. Good guy.
So, William, thanks for listening, and you too, Jackson. How about that?
Oh, yeah. That's good shout out. I'm sure he's going to represent tonight.
Yeah, I hopefully so. Hopefully Jackson will do like his father used to do, and really get after
Oh man, he was a flatliner, but
yeah.
we used to call him. He used to lay people out.
He did, boy. He used to just knock them in the dirt. You know, we could say something else about knocking them in the dirt, but
got to abide by FCC guidelines.
Well, not really, but we want to let y'all be. We want to be nice.
Exactly.
So.
Thank you, John. We're gonna be.